are going to learn about the coordinate geometry. Students, in class 10th, we have to learn these two topics. First one is distance formula and its application. The second one is sectional formula and its application. The third topic, area of the triangle when its coordinate is known. Our first topic is the distance formula. This distance formula gives the distance between the 2 points if its coordinate is known. We are given with the 2 points. Let us take 2 points. But in coordinate geometry, we are knowing that any point is always allocated with the reference called coordinate system. So in coordinate geometry, we always have the two mutually perpendicular line. One is horizontal line called as x dash, and another one is the vertical line called as y dash. Our coordinate axis is this reference. One is horizontal line, another one is the vertical line. The point where these two lines intersect is called as the origin, and these rectangular areas are called as the quadrant. This is the first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. This thing we have learned in our class 9th also. Students, if we have 2 points anywhere in this, the 2 points may be in this first quadrant, or maybe one in first, another in second, or one in first, another in third, or both in third, or both in fourth. That doesn't matter. Okay, student? So if we consider any point, let us consider this P. It is given by its x coordinate. So students, for this P, let us consider this point as P. Then its x coordinate means draw the perpendicular line here. Get this one length. Let us denote this by x1, and then go on this y-axis. Students, whatever this length, it will form a rectangle. It is our y1, or this one is also y1. Students, then this point P is given by x1, y1. So this way, any point is allocated in coordinate system. Student, we have another point. Let us consider the other point as this one. Consider this as Q. This point Q can also be allocated by knowing its coordinate x2, y2. This x is called as the x coordinate. Okay, no? This is our x coordinate. This we have learned in class 9. This x coordinate is also called as abscissa. Student, this y is called as their y coordinate. This is also called as ordinate. This thing we have to keep in mind. Students, now let us consider the second point Q. This Q can be considered with the coordinate x2, y2. This will be given to you. Then, what is the straight line distance between this P and Q? This much. Keep in mind, it need not be horizontal. It can be anywhere. What is this length? What is this PQ length? This PQ length can be calculated by knowing these two coordinates. Very easy to understand or to calculate. It is nothing but here we can see that this Q x2 y2 signifies that this much length is our x2, students, and this much length is our y2. Keep in mind, students, what this x1, y1, x2, y2 that we have just drawn it here. Students, we are interested to know the length PQ. For knowing this PQ, we are knowing that if we have any length, this one, if it is forming a right angle triangle, then this can be calculated very easily. If this length, if we are calling this by denoting it by P and this as the B, then this H square is P square plus B square. This is what the Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, if we are able to convert or if we are able to draw any triangle and their sides are known, then this can be calculated very easily. Students, if we continue with this line, see what was our x1? It was this much or this much. Let us continue it further. Students, here this much length is our y1. This is forming a rectangle. This was also y1. Obviously, this much length will also be our y1. It means if we consider the triangle, this triangle, student, which triangle? This triangle, which is the required one. Then this side length means from here to here, this can be calculated by taking y2 minus y1, because this much length is y2. This is coming from the coordinate, okay, and this one is our y1. It is coming from the coordinate of P. Therefore, this much length is y2 minus y1. That much simple. Students, again, if we observe carefully, then here even this much length is also known to us. How? This much is our x2 and this much is our x1 from the x coordinate of Q and x coordinate of P. Therefore, this much length is this x2 minus this x1. So it is our x2 minus x1. Students, now if we consider this point, or let us denote this point as M, then here this is a triangle formed, observe it carefully, whose two sides, this is the base, this is the perpendicular, is known to us in the term of the coordinate of P and Q. Therefore, this length means hypotenuse PQ can be calculated very easily. Student, here I have denoted as PQ. If you are denoting it by AB, then you may write this in the term of AB. So let us, for convenience, let us denote this by AB. Students, our this first point is A with x1 y1 and second point is our B with x2 y2. Student, from this diagram we can just take this part outside. What we have, whatever the black triangle that we have drawn, it simply means the point A, means the coordinate of point A. In coordinate system, students, keep in mind, when we are talking for any point, it means we are known with their coordinate value, their x coordinate and their y coordinate. So if I say we have the point A, it inherently means we are knowing the coordinate of this A, or we have to calculate the coordinate of this A. So keep in mind. So let us consider the point A as x1 y1 and the point B with their coordinate values x2 y2. Students, then whatever we have drawn, it is illustrated here. It inherently means it is present in such kind of rectangular coordinate system where this is denoting this, this is denoting this. Means by knowing this, we can simply draw that if we are making a right angle triangle, from here to here. And this much length is, just here we have calculated, student, the same thing means AM is obtained by, which is on the horizontal axis or in the horizontal direction, by taking the difference of their x coordinate. Here we have written this as x2 minus x1, and this along the y-axis means the vertical line or vertical length or perpendicular as the difference of their y coordinate. So this is our y2 minus y1. Students, therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, we can write this AB square is equals to AM square plus MB square. It's that much easy. Here we have to take care, student, in this Pythagoras theorem, this angle should be 90 degrees. It is applicable in a right angle triangle where this hypotenuse is given by sum of the square of their base and a square of perpendicular. That is equals to the square of hypotenuse. It is this way. So students, or even AB can be taken, the length AB as under root of AM square plus MB square. Student, this is the Pythagoras theorem, but here AM and MB can be determined just by knowing the x coordinate, their differences, we are getting this, and knowing the y coordinate, their differences. So this way AM and MB is calculated. So here we can substitute. AM is this one, students, it is our x2 minus x1 square plus MB is y2 minus y1 square. No need to mug up anything. It's very easy. I will explain how to keep this in mind. So this way, just by knowing the coordinate system, the distance between 2 points is calculated. And this formula is called as distance formula. It's so easy. So distance formula, as the name itself indicates, it gives the distance. A student, there is a difference between distance that we consider in our physics and the distance that we are using in maths or mental ability test. I had also explained that if the point A and B is there, in maths distance means always defaultly it is the straight line distance. Okay? Even the body might have moved on this path, but if it is asked in math, this much is called as the distance. Okay? The straight line. This is called as the path length in mathematics. So do not get confused that it could be the curve. No, in maths or mental ability test, it is always the straight line or this line segment. So this is what. But this much is not enough. We have to understand this. Students, so whatever we have learned, that if we are given with the two coordinates or the 2 points with their coordinates x1, y1, and another one is the b, x2, y2. Let us consider this point is here, this point is here. Joining this, students, it may be downward, upward, that doesn't matter. Then the length AB, many times we are denoting this length or this distance by D. Then we are writing this AB as a square root of difference of their x coordinate, though here we have derived x2 minus x1 their square plus y2 minus y1 their square. This thing we have learned. Now, student, note that if we are taking a minus b square, what is this? It is a square plus b square plus, no, minus, because a minus b is there. So it is minus 2ab. Student, if we are taking b minus a, then what is that? That is also a square plus b square minus 2ab. It means what? A minus b square is same as b minus a square. This is also true. Why, students? We can understand like this. If it is a minus b square, this can be taken like, the minus can be taken out. Minus of minus a plus b their square. Just taking minus outside. Students, this is equivalent to minus of b minus a their square. Students, a squaring of negative number also give the positive, so this can be neglected. It is same as b minus a square. Students, you can check it further. If we are taking 2a square, it is 4. If we are taking minus 2a square, it is also minus 2 into minus 2, it is also 4. So that's why a minus b square is same as b minus a square. Okay, only the minus is there. So negative or positive both give the same result. Therefore, using this concept, students, using this concept, we are free to write this formula in other ways. What that could be? We may write this x2 minus x1 as x1 minus x2 their square. Okay, no? Say this is x1, the b is like x2. So a minus b, x1 minus x2, same as b minus a means x2 minus x1. Okay, student? So we are free to write in this way. Plus, one may write y2 minus y1 just by changing one of this coordinate, or even both of them can be changed. We may write x1 minus x2 their square plus y1 minus y2 their square. It is convenient to write in this form. Or students, if we are denoting this AB by the D, then AB can be written in form of D. Or just if this coordinate without name A and B is given, then this distance D can be calculated by this form. Students, very easy to understand. What is this? x1 minus x2. Observe it carefully here. This is x1, this is x2. Both are the x coordinate of point A and B. x1 minus x2 means what? Difference of the x coordinate. Or students, this can be written as the distance D is equals to a square root of the difference of x coordinate. This difference their square. Students, what is the second one? Let us come here. This is y1, this is y2. If we are considering this y1 minus y2, means it is difference of the y coordinate of the 2 points. So we can write it here. It is our plus the difference of y coordinate their square. Means first we need to calculate the difference of x coordinate, take their square, plus difference of y coordinate, take their square. Okay, take the square root, we will get the distance between the point whose coordinates are given. Students, many a time, students, just recall that this x coordinate is also called as abscissa and y coordinate is also called as ordinate. So many a time or in many books, this is written as what? Difference of abscissa their square plus y coordinate is called as ordinate. So difference of ordinate. Very easy to understand. So this is what the distance. Students, so we are free to remember in this form or in this form or in this form. What appear you convenient, you are free to remember in either of the form. All mean the same thing. In different book, it may be written in different form, and I have explained everything. Okay, student, to avoid the confusion. So, student, even sometime we are writing this d as d square. So, even in some of the book, just squaring this or taking this earlier form, d square is difference of their square plus difference of ordinate their square. So wherever there is a square, no need to put a square root on the other side. Or even d square as x1 minus x2 square or x2 minus x1 square plus y1 minus y2 their square. Students, just for the practice we can see. Or students, keep in mind few things here. So here note that, write a note here. Student, these x1, y1, x2, y2, they should be taken along with this sign. See here, though we have drawn this in the first quadrant, therefore it was taken as the positive. But if it is in the second or third quadrant, some of them will be negative. Student, so these coordinate values should be taken along with the sign. So right here, so use appropriate, use the sign of coordinate value given. What does it mean? Let us take one example. Find distance between the point, say 2, 3 and 5, 7. Just these two coordinates are given that we have to find. The next time, or let us take this as the first one. The second one is the 0, 3 and 5 minus 1. The third one 0, 0 and minus 2 minus 3. The fourth one, students, 5, 0 and minus 1, or let us take 0 minus 1. These are the points given and we have to find the distance between them. Very easy, students. For initial practice, you just put these 2 points, then draw a straight line. By that way, you will get the habit and you will able to visualize the formula. Okay? Or you are able to draw the sketch diagram or rough diagram that will help you in understanding this coordinate geometry. Students, let us take the first question. We are given with the 2 points. So while taking the 2 points, students, and the distance formula, let us take the first point. No need to exactly substitute in the coordinate system. Again, remember, आपको स्टूडेंट इन पॉइंट्स को कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम में ये फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में है, सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में है, वो पुट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. जस्ट आप इस पॉइंट को डिनोट करिए अलग से. ओके, ऑन द रफ डायग्राम 2, 3 and the other point, let us name this point as B, as 5, 7. We may denote this distance as D. Then by distance formula, this D is given by x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. Student, you have just written this distance formula, but no need to pick x1, x2, y1, y2 and substitute it. No need to do like this. Very quickly you can do. What you can do, this you have just written for remembering the formula or just to indicate which formula you are going to use. It is for that purpose only. But for calculation and doing, you must visualize this figure that we have drawn means the rough sketch that we have drawn, and from this sketch just we can write very quickly. Therefore, this distance is, this is the square root. Student, what we have to write? Understand it carefully. Just take this as one and this as the other. Okay, take their difference. No need to understand x1, y1, x2, y2. Though here 2 is like x1 and this 5 is like x2. That's why we are directly taking difference of 2 minus 5, or 5 minus 2 we can take also. Students, you are free to take the difference, means 2 minus 5 or 5 minus 2. So just write it, 2 minus 5 their square, plus for the other one, student, we have to go for the y coordinate of the 2 points, means A and B. The y coordinate of A is 3 and B is 7. So it will be 3 minus 7. So that we have to write here, 3 minus 7 and their square. That's all. No need to separate this. X1 is 2, Y1 is 3, X2 is 5, and Y2 is 7. No need to do like that. Okay, now student, that will just kill the time and you will not get any extra marks. So just quickly we have to solve this. So student, you have to just practice this. Okay, now formula writing is just carrying some marks. That's why you need to write if it is asked in the subjective question. If it is in MCQs, then no need to even do this. Just quickly, just by observing, draw this small figure, quickly write this one. So students, on substitution we are getting this, or directly by observing this figure we have written this. So this become under root of 2 minus 5 is like minus 3 square, or directly even if you are taking 3 square, the result will not get affected. 3 minus 7 is like minus 4 square, or even you are free to write the 4 square, because just I had explained 2 square is also 4, minus 2 square is also 4. Okay, so that is not going to affect our result. But in between these two there is positive sign, so this positive sign is very important. So it will get converted into 3 3s are 9 plus 4 4s are our 16. Students, so how much it become? Student, this is under root of 25. Now under root of 25 means it is 5 into 5. So this is the square root, so pair of 2 can be taken, so one of these 5 will come out and root will get free. So therefore this distance here we have calculated is 5. Means this much length is 5 unit. Okay students, that much simple. So this is the significance of this distance formula, that if we are knowing the coordinate value, then the straight line gap or the distance can be calculated just by taking the square root of the difference of their x coordinate plus the square of the difference of their y coordinate. Okay student, that much easy. Here both were positive, well and good. Let us come to the second one. Students, for the second one there is no any difference, but let me explain, because students are getting confused when there is negative sign. A student, again plot these 2 points on the rough diagram. I will not write the formula, but better one is to write this coordinate system. Let us call this point as P or even A, 0, 3, and the other point as B, 5, minus 1. Therefore, here AB, we may write AB square than in the term of a square, or AB as under root. So students, AB as a square root of, take the difference of x coordinate. Student, it will be 0 minus 5 square plus the other one is, be careful student, while coming for the other, it is our 3 minus of minus 1. This sign is very important here. So we need to take this 3, which is positive sign, so no need to use this sign, but this minus is for the minus sign of the formula. Keep in mind, our formula is this one. Students, in this formula, we have these two negative sign. Okay? So this will remain as it is. But if the coordinate is coming as negative, so this becomes 3 minus minus 1. So be careful. Students, so 3 minus another coordinate is, means this y2 is our minus 1. So for a moment, you must use this bracket. Then this much whole square. This is the way of writing. Even a student have reached to class 10th, but बहुत सारे बच्चे समझते नहीं इस माइनस को कैसे लिखा जाए या कैसे चेंज होता है. Okay? So no need nothing to mug up. Just we have to use this sign of the coordinate value which is given. Okay, student? So while using this, now it's very easy. It is like 0 minus 5 is like minus 5 square plus this is what? 3 minus minus 1. It becomes 3 plus 1. There is square. This can be written directly as 25 plus 3 plus 1 is our 4 square. Students, 25 plus of 16. This is like our 41. Now, 41 is a prime number. Yeah, it is not divisible. So it will remain under root 41. Okay. So this d value here, this distance is under root of 41 square, 41 unit. This is what they answer. Students, let us come for the third question now. So the things are very easy. Even a student, question is not even directly asked this much simple to calculate the distance, but it is asked for calculating the side length of the triangle whose coordinates are like this. Very good. Many students are posting the answer. So let us consider the third one. Student, third one is even easier, but many conclusion that we will write at the end. So let us take the third one. For this third one, students, we have one coordinate as 0, 0, the other coordinate as -2, -3. So the distance D will be given by, or AB length will be given by the square root, or if we are writing this as D square, then this becomes 0 minus of -2, their square, plus this is the other 0 minus of -3. Students, or even we can take -2 -0. That doesn't make any difference. You will get this is like our 2 square plus 3 square. It is like our 4 plus 9. Student, so this 4 plus 9 is our 13. So D will obtain, this is our D square. So D will be under root of 13. Okay, student, this much easier. And what is this 0, 0? This 0, 0 is nothing but it is the origin. So from this origin, the distance is even more simpler. It is just a square root of the square of the x coordinate and y coordinate. This thing we will write as the application. Students, even for this fourth one, very easy. Let us consider this, the fourth one here. The fourth one, students, here we have this point. Better habit is to draw this a small diagram. Okay, no? That will avoid the mistake. तो ये आप जरूर से हैबिट डालिए कि जस्ट एक रफ डायग्राम ड्रॉ करिए. ये बहुत हेल्प मिलता है. जब आपने एक ऐसा छोटा रफ डायग्राम ड्रॉ कर दिया तो और आपको कुछ भी लिखना नहीं पड़ता. लेट द डिस्टेंस a और लेट द कोऑर्डिनेट द a b, nothing to write, because this is representing those things what you want to write in your language. Students, the fourth point is our, let us consider the first point as A, 5, 0, and the second point as B, 0, minus 1. Then this AB square can be written as, if we are taking AB, then it becomes the square root. But if we are taking AB square, then only the difference of the x coordinate means 5 minus this 0. Okay, student, this is 5, this is 0. So it is like 5 minus 0 square plus this is like 0 minus of minus 1 square. So student, 0 minus of minus 1, directly we can change the sign. If this is negative, this becomes positive. Directly you can write this is square. This becomes 5 square is our 25 and 1 square is 1. So this is 26. Keep in mind, student, this is our AB square, but we are in need of AB. So this will be under root of 26. That's all. Okay, this much simple. So this is what the distance formula mean and how the questions for this distance formula are there. Students, in this distance formula, we have to keep in mind this negative sign in between this is important. Even if someone is coming as the negative, that we have to consider in addition to this negative sign. That we have learned in these questions, second, third, even fourth one. So it is very important. So this is what the distance formula. Now, what are the application of distance formula that we are going to learn? Students, so write the application of distance formula. Students, there are various application of distance formula. We are going to enumerate all of them and understand each of them with example. Student, this distance formula gives the distance between the 2 points. Means if we are considering the 2 points, so one as A, x1, y1, another as B, x2, y2, then distance between A and B can be calculated by using the distance formula. Then distance between AB, this distance is given by the D is under root of x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1 plus y1 minus y2 or y2 minus y1 their square. It is this one. Students, this is the distance formula. If we consider this A is coinciding with the origin of this coordinate system. This is what this two, one horizontal and other vertical line, which is intersecting at O, it is called as the origin. And we have learned that the coordinate of this origin is 0, 0. Means no x, no y. Students, if this A is coinciding at origin and we are given with just only 1 point, then what is the distance? Or simply, if we have only 1 point, consider this as the P, X, Y. This is our coordinate system. Y, Y dash, X dash, X. This is our origin. Coordinate of this origin is 0, 0. Then, what is the distance between this origin and this point? Or it is also called as distance of a point from origin. All mean the same thing. So what is this distance? Again, we can apply this distance formula for knowing this. It becomes 0 minus x their square plus 0 minus y their square, then take their square root, that will be d. So student, the first application is the distance of a point from origin. So write distance of a point, means only 1 point we are taking from origin. When we are saying from origin, means The coordinate of the second point is our 0, 0. This a point, let us consider this point as P xy. Since only one point, so we are denoting it by xy. Rather than putting this suffix x1, y1, we are using only x and y. Students, the same thing we have drawn here, or we may redraw it. So we are given with one point P xy. The distance of this point from this origin we want to know. Means what is this length? This length we want to know. Students, this length can be calculated by using the distance formula. The distance formula here, student, it will be 0 minus this x, 0 minus x, or x minus 0 we can also write. Okay, that doesn't make any difference whether you take 0 minus x or x minus 0. Since their square remains the same, we can take this plus the other one is y coordinate of the two. This is y and this is 0. Their square. Students, this become like our x square plus y square. This is our d. Means what? The distance of a point P xy from origin is given by a square root of the sum of the square of x coordinate and y coordinate. It's that much simple. Therefore, we can write distance of P xy from origin is equals to a square root of x square plus y square. That much simple. Students, we can verify this, or even we had used this in our previous question. You can see here. Student, in third question, see what we had used. One point was 0, 0, another was -2, -3. Here we were getting that it is the square of this -2 square and a square of -3 square, or a square of 2 square and 3 square. Okay, the same thing. It was d square. So d was under root of this. The same thing directly we can use. Okay, so directly, rather than taking this difference directly, we may write or we may use this one. Distance of the point from origin is this. If one of the coordinate is 0, 0, or one of the coordinate is origin. This is one thing. Let us go for the second application. Students, the second application is regarding the collinearity of the points, which is very important. Understand it. Or even the type of triangle we can predict. Students, let us consider for the triangle. The second application is regarding the type of triangle or types of triangle. Student, types or nature of triangle we can also write. So whether we write the types or nature of triangle formed by given 3 points. In coordinate system, 3 points means the 3 coordinate of the vertex of the triangle is known to us. Students, if we are given with the 3 point, let us consider A, x1, y1, another point as the B, x2, y2, another point as the C, maybe anywhere, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, anywhere. Let us consider this as the C, x3, y3. Then joining these 3 points, what we are getting? We will get a triangle. Okay, student, means if the 3 points are given in a coordinate system, it will form a triangle in general, provided Provided what? Provided this point C do not lies on the line joining AB, or the point B do not lies on the line joining AC, or the point A do not lies on the line joining BC. Means the 3 points are not on the same line, then it will form a triangle. If the 3 points are on the same line, it is called as collinear points. That we will see the next application. Students, if we are given with the A, x1, y1, another point say the B is here x2, y2. Students, if we consider the point C somewhere here, this is the point C, which is x3, y3. Then if we want to join these 3 points, say AC we have joined, we have got this. BC we have joined, or CB we have joined, we have got this. Even AB we are going to join, we are getting this only one straight line. Okay, student? So here, if this ABC on same line, then what is there? Triangle cannot be formed. Okay, so no triangle formation, one thing. Also, such 3 points are called as collinear. Collinear means they are on the same line and they lies on same line. They lies on, yeah, already we have written, they lies on same line, then they are called as collinear. And points means such points, maybe 3 or more than 3 there could be, points are collinear. Students, collinear means lies on the same line. No triangle formed means what? Student, keep in mind, triangle always have some area. Okay, no, this is the area bounded by the triangle. It means no triangle form means if we consider the area bounded by this line will be 0, or these 3 points will be 0. But area related to triangle is removed for this year, so no need to mug up those things. Students, but we shall write the, so these are the 3 things that we have to keep in mind. And area by these collinear points, linear points is 0. Okay, now student, it is this. So only these things we have to understand. So keep in mind, students, if we are given with the 3 points, if they are not on the same line, then surely they will form a triangle. Student, the side length of this triangle can be calculated very easily. So what will be the length of AB? So then means what we have considered a student here, or what will be given to you. So let 3 vertices be A, x1, y1, B, x2, y2, C, x3, y3. Okay, students, these are they. So this with the 3 vertices, then the side length can be calculated. The first thing is that side length R. What will be the side length, student? AB, just knowing the coordinate by applying the distance formula, the length of AB can be calculated. Let us see. Then side length AB is given by what? A square root of, here it is our x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. This is one side AB. Students, the other side is our BC, this one. For BC, one coordinate is x2, y2, other is x3, y3. So BC is given by under root of difference of these x coordinate, x2 minus x3 or x3 minus x2 we met it. So x2 minus x3 squared plus their y coordinate also, these two, y2 minus y3 their square. Okay, student. Then coming for the third side, AC. Students, AC can be calculated. Again, keep in mind what are the coordinate values given. It is our x3, y3, x1, y1. So it is our x3 minus x1 we can take a square, or even we can take x1 minus x3, both mean the same thing. There doesn't make any difference. Plus y3 minus y1 their square. So this way, knowing the vertices, the side length can be calculated. A student, after knowing the side length, we can predict whether it is equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, right angle triangle, okay student, or the scalene triangle, that can be predicted. Then therefore the nature of triangle, nature means the type of triangle. First, it become equilateral, means a student, you will be given with these 3 points, you will calculate this. After that, if you are observing AB is equals to BC is equals to AC, means the 3 sides are equal, then you can say yes, it is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle if what is coming, AB is equals to BC is equals to CA. Students, the second one is become isosceles if what is the condition, any 2 side or the pair of side equal and third one is not equal. Only a pair of equal side, only one pair. That is, a student, it may be possible that you will get AB is equals to AC, but that will not be equals. A student, keep in mind, AB is equals to AC, not equals to BC. Students, here isosceles side are AB and AC we have considered, and BC is not equal. If we are considering the vertex B for isosceles triangle, means BC and AB, or AB is equals to BC. Students, keep in mind, B is common, so you can leave that B, so it is not equals to AC. Or students, the C can be taken common, we may write AC is equals to CB or BC. Students, here C is common, leave this C, whatever the side left or vertex left, A and B, so it is not equals to A. So if either of these 3 conditions is satisfied, means only one pair of equal sides are there, then it will be isosceles triangle. Okay student, next one. Students, the third one is 3 kind of triangle considering the side. What is that? A scalene triangle, means none of the side is equal to each other. But there is one more special case called right angle triangle. Students, it is become right angle triangle. If what is this? In either of the case, the Pythagoras theorem is satisfied. If Pythagoras theorem satisfies. Pythagoras theorem satisfies means what, students? Consider now from this we need to consider AB square rather than AB only. Okay, for checking the right angle triangle. BC square we need to consider. Okay, BC is a square root, so a square is nothing but this become a square, bringing this square root on left hand side. And then AC square. If we are observing the squares, and if we can get the sum of either two of these square is equals to the third one, it means it is satisfying the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, student? So that concept. So right, if Pythagoras theorem is satisfied, that is, if we are taking the sum of the square of any two sides, okay, these two or these three square of sides we have collected, adding them pairwise, say AB plus BC. If we are getting AC square, it is a right angle triangle. At which vertex? Whatever the common vertex in these two, the B, it will be right angle. Students, if AB square plus AC square is coming as equals to BC square, again right angle with the common vertex A as 90 degree or right angle. Students, so what is the condition? If AB square plus BC square is coming as AC square, the three square means the square of three sides we are considering, the addition of the square of two sides is coming as the square of third side. Students, keep in mind whatever coming here common, no, this B. So this vertex B will be 90 degree. That is also asked. In this, which vertex is 90 degree? So whatever the common vertex that is coming here, that will be 90 degree with angle B is equals to 90 degree. Students, it may be possible that AB square taken with AC square is giving us BC square. Okay, the three sides squaring. Here, again understand it. Very easy. Here A is common, means it will have with angle A as 90 degree. Students, it may be possible to consider the BC square plus AC square is equals to AB square. It may be possible like this. Students, in this case, we are getting that C is common. So angle C will be 90 degree in this case. This implies angle C will be 90 degree. Okay, student? So for checking the right angle, we shall consider their squares. If the sum of a square of either of the two is coming as equal to the third, it will be right angle triangle. Students, for taking or for checking the equilateral and isosceles, we shall take this, not their square, rather than this side length itself. Students, it's that much easy. The fourth one is, if none of this condition is satisfies, then it is called as a scalene triangle. Okay, so no need to even write, or even we can write, if it is a scalene triangle, if AB not equals to BC not equals to CA or AC, then it is a scalene triangle. Means none of these three kind of triangle, then that kind of triangle is called as a scalene triangle. Student, there is another categorization that we have learned in class 9 based on the angle. Okay, acute angle, obtuse angle, and right angle. Okay, right angle is that triangle which can be expressed by considering one of the angle or considering this Pythagoras theorem. Be careful, very useful thing. Even we will learn in the similar triangle also about this right angle triangle, and there we will prove this Pythagoras theorem. A student, based on this, let us take one question. So a student, give the nature of triangle. Nature means a student type, okay, no? So it may be asked for the type of triangle formed by, in first case, we are going to consider the three vertex. Let us mark this point as A, 2, 3, B, 4, 5, and C as 0. So student, in coordinate geometry, the most useful thing is draw the rough diagram. Okay, that will give you a lot of idea. If you are able to plot in exact diagram, means exact coordinate system, that will take a lot of time, so no need to do that one. But even just by taking a rough understanding of the quadrant, you can predict the nature even without solving it. Both the method I am going to explain. Students, so let us consider the first question. The first question, whatever the 3 points are given, no, just you loosely or roughly you just draw that diagram. Okay, let us consider these 3 points be A. Don't worry in the quadrant and other thing. The B, 5 or 4, 5 is there. Students, if you are not getting, then do not hesitate to ask. यदि आपको समझ में नहीं आया तो पूछिए. ऐसा नहीं कि आपका ये स्कूल नहीं है कि टीचर कुछ बोले आपको समझ में आया नहीं आया बाद में आप बंद कर देंगे. So you have to ask, you have to solve it also. Students, so we have to find the nature of triangle formed. So for predicting the nature of triangle or whether the triangle is formed or not, that one can also be predicted. So let us calculate the 3 side length. So here AB, we may take the square root, or to avoid writing the bigger square root length, we can directly take the AB square. Okay, or if you are inconvenient in drawing the square root, take this square root. AB is equals to the difference of this A and B, their x coordinate. So it will be 4 minus 2 or 2 minus 4. Student, we may take 4 minus 2 square plus difference of their y coordinate. We may take 5 minus 3 or 3 minus 5. Both mean the same thing. This is coming as a square root of 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 square is 4 plus 5 minus 3 is again 2. 2 square is 4. So it is under root of 8. This will be 2 root 2 centimeter or whatever the unit may be. This much unit. Student, AB we have calculated. Similarly, we need to calculate BC. Let us calculate this BC. Students, for this BC, we need to consider the difference of their x coordinate. We may take 4 minus 0 square or 0 minus 4 square, and difference of their y coordinate. We are free to take 3 minus 5 or 5 minus 3. Okay, no? So just put the habit of writing it quickly from the rough diagram rather than taking let x1 is this one, y1, x2, y2, nothing to do. Okay, this way you can save the time and you will get the full marks. Just draw the rough diagram, rough sketch or picture. From that we are just directly writing these things. Students, 4 minus 0 is 4 square, so it is 16, plus 5 minus 0 is 5. Students, sorry, it is our 5 minus 3. Mark it. So students, 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 square is our 4. So it is under root of 20. It is 4 5s are. So 2 root 5 unit. Students, let us take now AB we have calculated, BC we have calculated. Take the AC. AC is equals to a square root of, now take this difference. We may take 2 minus 0. 2 minus 0 square plus the y coordinate 3 minus 3 square. It is like our 2 square is 4 plus 0 under root of 4 is our 2 unit. Students, here we are getting that. What we are getting? Can we say anything? Is this AB, BC and CA, are they equal? So here we are getting AB not equals to BC, not equals to CA. It is one thing. So surely it cannot be, so it cannot be the vertices or vertex of isosceles triangle or equilateral triangle. Means it is a scalene triangle. Cannot be equilateral or isosceles. Okay, student, it cannot be like this. One thing that we have concluded, but it is not enough. There could be the other thing. What is that? Whether it is the right angle triangle. For that, what we need to take? I have told you. Students, this is what AB we have calculated. But if we are taking the AB square, at that time, it was the square of 8, means the square root should not be taken, it should be the square. Then whatever this simplification that we are getting, that itself will be. Or just squaring this, again we will get the square, means AB square. It will become 2 to the 4 to the 8. Now, consider this BC, squaring this, students, it is our 4 and 5, it is our BC square is 20, whatever this 20 is there, directly we can write. Then, if we are taking AC square, then it is 4. Students, here we are getting that even adding any of the two pair, we are not getting the bigger one, or just adding the two smaller, if you are getting the bigger one, when they are in the square form, then only they will be right angle triangle. So from here, we have also confirmed that it cannot be right angle triangle. It cannot be this right angle triangle, because if it is right angle, then it could be right angle. A student, say during calculation, if AB square is coming as 16 and BC square is 20 and AC square is the 4, at that time AB square plus AC square become equals to BC square. That time it could be a right angle. But here that square relation is not followed, so it is not a right angle. Obviously, what is that? It is the scalene triangle. Only that much we can conclude. Let us come for the second question. Okay, let us take the second question. Let us draw it roughly. ABC. Students, draw the rough diagram. Don't worry for the exact diagram. A 0, 3, B is our -2, 0, and C is our 2, 0. Students, now let us take this one. If we are taking AB, very easy, students. If there is 0, then it's quite easy. 0 minus of 2, their square. So it is simply the 2 square. Then 3 minus 0, the 3 square. It is like our 4 plus 9 under root of 13. Unit. BC, take this one. B and C. The difference of these two, but here it is important. Why? The sign makes the difference. 2 minus of -2 become 2 plus 2, become 4 square. Students, so wherever this negative sign, you should be extra careful or you should be extra cautious. So it become 2. This is the 2 that we have taken. Minus of this -2, it become plus of 2, their square. Plus, because of this minus, it is taken plus. Then 0 minus 0, their 0 square. It is like our under root of 2 to the 4 square. It is our 16. So it is our 4. Students, if we are taking AC, A and C, this is 0 and this is the 2. So under root of 0 minus 2, simply 2 square, plus this is the 3 and this is the 0. It is our 3 square. So students, it is again our under root of 4 plus 9, under root of 13. What we are getting from here, students? Very easy thing and very important thing. What is that? It is the side length. Here we are getting these two lengths are equal. Okay, so just compare these lengths. So here we are getting that AB means this under root 13, this AB, and for this under root 13, this AC is equals to AC, but this is not equals to this BC. This implies it is an isosceles triangle. Okay, student, it is an isosceles triangle. Whether it is right angle triangle, for checking the right angle triangle, we shall proceed like this. Again, take this as the AB square. While taking AB square, it becomes 13. While taking BC square, means 4 square, it is 16. While taking AC square, it is again 30. Students, wherever the square, you take the two smaller one, you just go for adding this, you will get this as the 26. But this is not matching with the 16. So this implies cannot be right angle triangle. Cannot be a right angle triangle. Okay, student? So whether these are the vertices of a right angle triangle? No, it cannot. Why? For checking the right angle triangle, calculate their square form, add the two smaller number that you are getting. So on adding them, means the two smaller are here, one is 13, another also 13. We are getting 26, but the given BC is 16. So these two are not equal. So the relation AB square plus AC square is not equals to BC square, so cannot be right. Okay, student, it is this. Let us consider the third one. Again, take the rough diagram. Again, let us mark this point as ABC. Student, now our vertices are 0, 3, minus 2, 0 and 2, 0. Oh, this third already we have taken. Student, this was our the third one. This was our third one. Okay, now this was our third one. Let us consider the second one. 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5. In the second question, we are given with the three vertices. We want to predict the nature of triangle. Again, calculate. Very easy. AB is a square root of, this is what? A and B. 5 minus this 0, 5 square, plus this 0 minus 0, 0 square. It is under root of 25 or under root of 5 square, it is 5. Okay. Similarly, we need to go for BC square or the BC as a square root of this 0 minus 0. So there's 0 square plus this 5 minus 0 or 0 minus 5. So it is our 5 square. The difference I have written directly. Okay, now just after some few practice, you are also able to write it directly. So that practice you have to do. Students, it is our 0, 0. Keep in mind. So this way, it is our 5 square. This 25. It is our 5. And this is our A and C. A and C students. So taking this as AC as a square root of 5 minus 0 Means 5 minus 0 square, directly we can write 5 square, plus another one is 0 minus 5, another 5 square. So under root of 25 plus 25 is 50. It is our 5 root 2. Students, from here what we are getting? We are getting that these two are equal. Okay, no, this is 5, this is the other 5. So AB is equals to BC, though it is not equals to AC. This implies it is isosceles triangle. One thing. Okay. Now again, it may be asked whether it is a right isosceles triangle, means a right angle. For that we need to check for the Pythagoras theorem. So again, we shall proceed further. Students, if we are keeping AB square, then it is 5 square is our 25. If we were keeping BC square, then this was also 5 square 25. If we were taking AC square, it was 50. AC square, it is our 50. The same 50. Okay, now what is there? The same. Okay, students. Now, from here, what we are observing? After taking the square, you choose the two smaller number. Try to add them. If you are getting the bigger one, then it will be right angle triangle. If not, then not. Students, good. So here, if we are adding these two smaller one, what we are getting? Means it is our 25 plus 25. This is our 50. And this is matching with this one. So we can write here. What we can write? Therefore, what we have done here, this 25 is corresponding to this first one. So here AB square plus the another smaller number BC square. It is our 25 plus 25. It is our 50. But this 50 is same as our AC, because AC is also given as 50. So what we are getting lastly, students? From here we can conclude that what is our AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square. This implies it is a right angle triangle. Students, the question doesn't end here. The question may be asked, at which angle it is right angle, or at which vertex it is right angle? Very easy. Whatever the common that we have taken, student, these two sides are forming the common side, or one as base, another as perpendicular, and this is acting as hypotenuse. It means what? If we are considering this as AB, this is our BC. So this B vertex is common. It is coming as C. Then this is our AC. Okay, student. So what is this? Whatever this common vertex is there, that will be our 90 degree. Okay, students. So keep in mind at which angle it is 90 degree. How you will check? Even no need to draw this figure. I have just explained you. Observe, while adding the square of 2, you are getting the third one. In that, which vertex or which letter is common? It is the B. So B is the vertex. Means in this figure, even whatever we have drawn, this is our 90 degree vertex. Okay, students. So how is this exact figure? Exact figure is like this. So it is a right angle triangle at which vertex? At angle B. Okay, students. Now, a student, even the question doesn't end here. Three kind of questions we have answered here. First, which kind of triangle? Isosceles triangle. Another, which kind of triangle? Right angle triangle. Another, right angle triangle at which vertex? At the vertex B. Students, here need not be the vertex B given. At this vertex. At vertex 0, 0, it is right angle. Means at vertex 0, 0, it is right angle. Students, combining these two together, even the single option is framed. It is a right isosceles triangle at vertex A, right isosceles triangle at vertex B. It is isosceles triangle. It is equilateral triangle. The correct option is right isosceles at vertex B. So mark it. Therefore, it is a right isosceles triangle at vertex B. Along with this, we need to write the coordinate, okay? 0, 0. So this is the final answer, okay? And this was asked in your NPSC. So simple question, but many times students are getting confused. The right angle and equilateral isosceles check करने दो अलग-अलग चीज हैं. स्टूडेंट जब भी आप राइट एंगल चेक करें तो ये स्क्वायर वाले को देखिए, आइसोसेलेस चेक करने हैं तो इंडिविजुअल साइड्स को देखिए. यदि दोनों यदि मैच कर रहे हैं कि राइट एंगल भी हो रहे हैं, आइसोसेलेस भी हो रहे हैं, तो कलेक्टिवली इट इज कॉल्ड एज राइट आइसोसेलेस एट व्हिच वर्टेक्स, व्हाटएवर द वर्टेक्स व्हिच इज कॉमन, it will be that one. Okay, that much simple. Student, it was this one. Let us come to the last question, then we will stop the class, students. It's too long. Next we will learn about the collinearity, though the concept lies here. Students, the fourth question is our this one. Students, we have to check the nature of triangle formed by this one. Don't worry for this. Just make the rough diagram. Let us consider the point A as -5, 0, the vertex B as 1, 0, and the vertex C as 4, 0. Okay, student, that much. After that, you have to calculate the AB as the square root of -5 -1 become -6 square, or 1 minus of -5 become 6 their square, plus 0 minus 0 is 0 square. So it is our under root of 36, you may write, or directly the 6 may be taken out. Then coming for this BC. Student, this was for the AB. Let us come for the BC. B and C. 1 and 4 is there. So it is 4 minus 1, it becomes 3 square, plus 0 and 0, 0 square. So it is under root of 9, or it is simply 3. Students, let us consider for the A and C. AC. Students, be careful. -5 minus 4 become -9 their square, or we may take 4 minus of -5, it will also be 9, so 9 square, and 0, 0 is 0 square. It is coming as under root 81, or only 9. Students, what we are getting, can it be a triangle or not? Student, in such case, even you also have to use a bit more thing. What we are getting here, it is not the sum of the squares, but without considering the square, even we are getting that adding these two means 6 plus 3, we are getting this as the 9. Means what? Here we are getting that AB plus BC is equals to AC. It means what? Keep in mind, this is not the square, but rather it is the length. It means what? If we are considering this as the length AB, this much length, another as the BC, means this is the another straight length, then this is our AC. Students, it is this condition. Can it be like this? Do you think it can be, say, we may take AB and BC, like AB here and BC here, then this is our AC. Student, In this case, we have learned the property of triangle that sum of the two sides is always greater than the third side. So this will form a triangle. For triangle, the sum of two sides. This we have learned in class 9th, even in class 8th also. Student, the sum of two sides must be greater than the third side. Then only it will be a triangle. But here we are getting that the sum of two sides is not greater, rather equal. It means what? It simply means it will must be a straight line. Means this must be like this one. B to C must be here, so that the addition of these two is forming the straight line. This is the condition. Okay, so very interesting thing. So students, even this question was asked in your NTSC, where only such simple options were given, or such simple vertex were given, and in option it was given it is a triangle, right angle triangle, equilateral triangle. A student, after calculation of this, they were getting confused, so they were thinking it is forming a triangle. No, student, what we are getting, it is not forming a triangle. Okay, so when they are a straight line, they will not form a triangle, rather they are on the same line. They are called as the collinear points. What I was explaining here, a student, this concept, recall what I was explaining here. It is this one, that if the 3 points or the coordinate of the 3 points are on the same line, they will not form a triangle. No triangle formation. In this condition, they are on the same line, and such points are called as collinear. And in this case, mathematically we can write the sum of two length. Here it is visible that AC plus CB is equals to AB. Okay, if C is in between AB, if B is in between AC, means this is A, this is B, this is C. In that case, AB plus BC will give you AC. Okay, that situation we have taken in this question. It's that much easy, and your triangle is over. Even collinearity is also over. So students, here we are getting that addition of these two sides is equals to this third side. It means this implies ABC cannot form a triangle, cannot form a triangle, and such points, what they are collinear. They are collinear points. Okay, students. So when they are collinear points, if they are not forming a triangle, student, no forming a triangle means no need to check for equilateral isosceles. This equilateral isosceles, scale and right angle, these are associated only if the 3 coordinate points are forming the triangle. If no triangle, nothing to check. It is simply they are collinear points. So students, what is this collinear points? Students, collinear points are the 3 or more points. Points means their coordinate will be given. Must keep in mind. Which are on same line. When they are on the same line, therefore they cannot form triangle. They cannot form triangle. Okay, cannot form a triangle means what? They are on the same line, means it is like this. If we are considering this point as A, the another point somewhere here as the C, another point somewhere here as the B, or check this in the straight line as the B. Students, in this case, what we will get? A have some coordinate x1, y1. Let us consider this C as x3, y3 and B as x2, y2. Students, so this point A, B, C here in this figure are collinear. This implies they are forming their straight line. So forming the straight line, here we can get AC plus CB. Whatever this length plus this much length is equals to this bigger length is equals to AC. Okay, student? So whatever I have explained here. Therefore, for 3 points to be collinear, collinear means no triangle formation. To be collinear, the sum of two lengths should be equal to the third, as I had explained above. देखिए इस एग्जांपल में देखिए कि हमने ये 3 पॉइंट्स लिए थे स्टूडेंट्स. यहां हमने जब तीनों के अलग अलग लेंथ कैलकुलेट किए, in this case we are getting that the sum of the length of the two means what? It was our AB, this much length, and this much length is coming as the third length. Student, means this cannot be form a triangle. Why? If it is the triangle, surely the sum of these two should be greater than this third. Means it simply means that whatever this length we have taken AB and the other BC, they are on the same straight line. As a result, this is equals to AC. Okay, so it is this one. So if any pair is satisfied, then they will be collinear. That is what they are. They can be AB plus BC, keep in mind, must come as AC. Whatever the common vertex or common point, you can leave it. Or if it is AC plus BC, students, if it is the collinear, whatever the common, you just leave this vertex. Okay, now CC, it will be AB. Students, if we are taking the BC and AB that we have taken AC, AC is common, this is same as this. What is left one? AB, BC, BC, AB. These are the only two. Even the third one can also be taken. Students, let us take the third one also. Say BC or AB and AC, AB and AC. In this case, A is common. It means it becomes the BC. So if any of this condition is satisfied, then the point, the 3 point will be collinear. Even which one is lying between which one, that can also be indicated. So in this case, it is our AB plus BC is AC. I mean, this is like our students, just understand for the last minute, we are going to stop. It is our AB and then the BC is in continuation to this. Okay, student? In the second case, what is this? AC and BC. So it is our A, this C is the common vertex. Okay, student? And this is our B. Okay? As a result, this AC plus CB was giving the bigger length AB. Okay? So which one is in between? That can also be determined. That question is also asked in your NTSC, not in academic. Okay, no? So be careful. Whatever I am explaining with all the concept, just understand that is enough for your NTSC also. Student, it is this one, whatever common is the A. So if you are taking this as the AB, the other one is your AC, means this C must be somewhere here. That's why AC plus AB will give you the bigger length BC. Okay? So in this case, which one is between which 2 points? that can also be determined, and that is also asked. So let us write it. So here, in this case, if the situation is coming like this, AB plus BC, whatever the common vertex that is coming, that will be in between. So B is between, BW means between A and C. Students, in this case, C will be between A and B. Students, in this case, A will be between B and C, or C and B. So this way, related to collinearity, whether the 3 points are collinear or not, they will be collinear if the sum of the two lengths is coming to equal to the third length. Like here in this example, we have seen that AB plus BC is AC. So these points are collinear. But student, recall that if you are given with, or if you are getting, say, AB square plus BC square as AC square, then ABC are not collinear. Okay, no, then ABC are not collinear. Not collinear. Rather, they are forming the right angle triangle at the vertex B, at angle B. So be careful. For checking the collinearity, you must take this length only. But for checking the right angle, you must take the square of that side length. Okay? So do not forget. This was all about, I had explained everything. Even this is the third application. Okay? Whatever I have listed this now. So it is our third application. So third application was checking collinearity. Checking collinearity. Mark it. Collinearity. This is our third application. Example already explained here. What is 3 points to be collinear? It is written here. Okay. 3 points to be collinear. Underline this. The sum of the two sides must be equal to the third side. This is the key point for checking the collinearity. Which will be in between or intermediate point, that can also be determined. It was this. So student, let us stop the class here.